Hey guys, Saiah. We're dropping a new tier list. So, first things first, Abrams B tier character got a bunch of nerfs. Feels really weak. He lost a lot of stuff. His max 2s, where you get his old power spike from, does not feel as good. He got a little bit of a change. There's 3, where his 3 now gives him debuff resistance on the max 1. His 4 got a stun increase on the other 2, but he did lose a lot of overall damage. Apollo B tier character gets ruined by slowing Hex quite hard. That is kind of the one thing that brings him down. If he didn't have every single thing tied to a movement ability, he'd probably be A tier. Bebop also B tier. Character is kind of meh. Gun Bop still works, Spirit Bop still works, it does its thing, but it doesn't do it amazingly. Billy next. Billy's actually probably one of our. Let me fix this real quick. Boom. Anyway, um, Billy, he got a lot of changes. He got something built in. He got some things nerfed, but he's the reason why he's up here. Is he's definitely one of the premium frontliners that you can get in the game. He is the best one. Chain gang will always be super useful. After all, it does have that giant AOE grouping effects with the slowing hex, which is really good. Calico used to be S tier. Character got a couple nerfs, kind of fell off a little bit. Character's still really, really good, just not as top of the line as she was before because of those nerfs. Celeste's still really broken. Light Eater does, in fact, heal her a bunch in lane, which is probably one of the biggest things too. She also has her 3, which, is probably the biggest selling point for me, is that she does just have damage hand built into her with spirit scaling. So Spirit Burn, Torment Pulse, any of these spirit items that deal spirit damage just do increased. Doorman used to be A tier, B tier now. Impact Door is the thing. I know there's a Vortex Web ability going around to send people through the doors. Couple things you can do. You can kind of just counterspell because it does stop the actual taking you through. It does, or the 3. But if they have a stun, it will stun you for it. So it's just a weird little interaction. But yeah, there's a decent amount of things you can counter or you can stop to do that little dormant thing I like to do. Drifter. Now this is a shocker to me, but he got really, really good. I'm not even gonna lie. Isolation on your ult whenever it forces people to be isolated, even if they are in a team right next to each other. Doesn't matter. You now have damage imp on them. You also move insanely fast with a single point in it. Rend now has silence at max rank. Bleed can literally be 6% of someone's HP if you have it max with a little bit of spirit investment. Really, really good. And since those guys are isolated even in a team fight, you will also get what is it? I think you're 3. I don't remember what it's called exactly, but you will also get stacks for that for free just because your ulting does count as an assist for it. Kind of crazy. Dynamo S tier character is really, really good. He got his change to his 1, which I think was really setting him so far back, where now his 1 shreds them for on their bullet res. So now your entire team does increased damage to that person while they are knocked up in the air for a bit, then slowed. So yeah, he's really, really good. Quantum got a big change. Uh, they increased the cast range of it, which is the big thing. The 3 is really, really good. I mean, it got a little bit of a nerf, but got also a little bit of a buff too. I think it was increased cooldown without having to invest, but I think the 3 has a now where instead of after you finish casting it, the single point in it, it's while you're casting it, you gain the movement speed, so really good. Graves D tier character is one of the newer characters, but kind of just got power corrupt this thing. Graves was like solid before, but with every other change that came to the new character, she kind of is just not as good as she used to be. Kind of sucks for her because that is one of my favorite characters. GT C tier, probably he's not terrible where he needs insane amounts of buffs, but he does need a little bit of love. He can go crazy if you start stacking that owl with the spirit damage, but if you don't, you kind of are semi-mediocre in the damage department just because of the fact that you do need a lot of spirit for those arrows. He did also get a little bit of the buff with a rapid recharge thing because he always switched between them pretty fast, so the cooldown was the big thing for him. So yeah, that's semi-nice. Haze, C tier, character, fixation, ricochet. Oh, they have metal skin. I guess I can't do damage to them for a whole 4 seconds. That's always been this character's greatest weakness. I don't really know what to say, how to fix it, but yeah, just metal skin really, really harms this character completely. Holliday, A tier, solid pick character. Lash is really good. If you are really good at it, it is definitely A tier. If you're not, probably more of like B tier. She's very playable. Just the only thing she really struggles at is the very start of the game. She has such a weak landing phase with her deagle, just does no damage, and her barrels. You just don't have anything to really set you up correctly for them. Okay, Infernus, D tier. Got it. He got a bunch of changes this patch. For dash. Yeah, he got increased ult size. His DPS on afterburn lasts longer on his 3. They changed around the ability points, but the character still sucks. I'm gonna be honest. He lost so much damage from that ability point change, and stuff just does not stay the same. Ivy, S tier. Character is still really good. Character is better before. Got nerfed. Still really good. AoE silence. The size of the entire map is pretty good. Also, whoever you're carrying and yourself, I believe, you get damage amp after ult is finished. So yeah, semi good. Also there is tether. Tether increases fire rate and gives some bullet life steal. So people that love fire rate like Wraith and Venator and some other characters like Vindicta. Vindicta is more of like an 80 carry-ish because of how much their weapon damage, but those characters just like fire rate and bullet life steal. So really good IV is. Kelvin, S tier, dumb. Dumb is still really good. Isolation, creating your own little box and a little safe circle, a healing circle. It's just really good. He did get like I would say it's like it wasn't like it was a semi buff, like semi nerf. I think they make the spirit path a lot weaker, but they did give him base healing increase on his grenades. And they also can scale better. Dome is still the same, but requires a little bit slightly more ability point invested. So I think he lost like 0.5 seconds and got put into an ability point instead. But Arctic Beam got nerfed a little bit too, but the character is still really solid. He does just require a little bit more ability points to feel a lot better in the late game. But like I said, having that I don't know how to say it. Anyway, the innate healing on his 1 at the very start makes him really good, because that was kind of one of his semi struggles. Geist, A tier character is good. She got a little bit of buff. I thought she was already like solid, but now she feels really good. I think she can be a contest for S tier, but I'm just gonna leave her A until I do see more Geist around. But yeah, she's a really solid character. Lash, B tier character, got his throwback for his ult with the spirit thing. He was really bad before. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, they kind of butchered him. He got that back, and he got a couple other things, and so he's back to really solid, especially with that bug fix with his 1 not hitting correctly. That was definitely massive. McGinnis, S tier character's ult does a bajillion damage. Got nerfed. Ult still does a bajillion damage. Turrets only need I think it's 2 or 1 ability point investment just to be really good. McGinnis's medicinal dispenser now gives you 40% spirit res for standing in it, and we are kind of in a spirit meta, which is kind of the crazy thing. Okay, Mina, B tier character is turned more into a scaler than a like early to late game bully. So that's kind of like the interesting thing about the Mina change. Still really solid character. She had like 3 bats now at their max, but she lost a little bit of distance on her too. Rake, still heals her, but you need to max it out for that insane amounts of heals. Super solid character. Mirage, D tier character sucks. Have to stay out in the open for like an Eon. Debuff remover literally cleanses all the damage that he's building up on you. His gun got nerfed. He does have this weird little Echo Shard Tornado build, which it does damage, but it's just a little strange because it does not even keep him up that long. So yeah, character needs a lot of help. Same with the rest of these two. Mo, S tier character, got lifesteal on his ult now that heals him for a bajillion. He does so much damage. His score and heals for a lot. Kyosar is now scales, which was a couple patches ago, with spirit increasing even more damage. You can now proc Mystic Burst on your first buy as Mo, so adding an additional 40 plus some, I think it's like 1.2 heal multiplier. Used to be 1.5, I believe. But yeah, the character is still really good. Solid landing phase. You pick for like a Eon that can one-shot people just by fighting them by themselves, while also healing a crap ton. Paige, A tier character, solid. really good laning phase. Characters 3, Captivating Read is really good, especially with the knockdown combination. You can just root someone for basically like, I don't know, it's like 2.5 seconds or something, which is a very long time. Graves does have the longest root in the game, but Page's is just so much easier to hit with the knockdown compared to Graves, and yeah, Graves just doesn't provide as much utility as Paige does. Her ult, really solid. Cancel Dynamo ult, cancel McGinnis ult, cancel Mo ult. You know, kind of these big ults are a big thing that she can cancel. She can also help people get away from Billy Chain by knocking them up and giving them increased movement speed to break LOS. Yeah, so she's just a really solid character. Paradox, S tier. Character got a couple of changes. Bomb does more damage because it expands more. I think she got a little bit of a gun buff. Her ult got switch, which was kind of the big thing. She got more range on it, and she also has a max point where she can swap an entire team through. Her 2 did get changed, where it only slows now. If you put 2 points in it, it will silence, but it does not do any more damage after you walk her through it or anything like that. So yeah, it's a little bit of a playstyle change, but I think she genuinely got buffed from that, which she was already really, really good. Pocket, A tier. Complete anti-heal on his ult is kind of the big selling point for this guy. They cannot heal at all. They will just constantly tick down at max rank for affliction. It's just a really, really good thing. His 2 did get nerfed, so you do have to be a lot more cautious on how you use that flying cloak. But he did get a bunch of like tier 5 upgrades is what I would say, besides cloak. So character's really, really solid. Rem, D tier. Character for some reason it got nerfed. This character is not even good in my opinion. He lost his unstoppable in nap time. It just really, really sucks. I don't even remember exactly all that happened to his nerf. He has like damage reduction while casting his ult now. I don't know. I think this character needs he's probably like the bottom D tier, probably like F tier in my opinion. 7 B tier characters solid. Lightning ball does damage. 7 3 got changed, got like the 15 res, but is locked behind the max 3. Ult you can move base in 2. You know, you can still stun people forever. Characters pretty okay, not bad. Shiv, A tier. Everyone thought Shiv was gonna be bad. I also thought he was gonna be bad. He's actually really, really solid. Shiv, knife dagger is now just bleed, not impact damage, but the bleed spirit scaling is just really, really insane. The first point into it, adding an extra 2 seconds worth of damage, really good. He now gets 2 charges for his thing with the second ability point, so that is really, really good. Right now it's currently knife into dash for more damage or bloodletting for more tankiness. You really don't put that many points into your ult because it does kind of have that giant like skill thing, which I think is fine. I think they should keep that, but I think they should also just make it where if you do have the max killing blow, it does go back to the reset. I thought that was pretty cool. I thought he only needed to make it where it wasn't a point and click adventure. Silver, A tier. Characters are really, really solid. Character got a little bit of a buff. Her 1 in lane still does 300 damage if you hit them all. She can still have Bola. Bola is really useful. Just completely locks up movement on people. And then her ult makes her really, really tanky. And that is probably like why she's so good. It's because she's just one of the better frontliners available besides Billy. So yeah, Silver definitely very, very solid. Sinclair, A tier. Reason why Sinclair is so much higher is if you look up here and you look at all these ultimates for all these good characters, you'll notice a couple things, right? So Holliday ult's a good Sinclair ult because you can teleport and you can bring it. Geist swap's a good ult. Paige ult's a good ult. Pocket's a good ult. Silver's like a nice ult in like lane, but after like 7 minutes it's pretty bad. Billy ult's good. Celeste ult, it's a Drifter, Dynamo. Ivy is a little like less practical, but you can do it. Kelvin, McGinnis, Mo, and Paradox, right? All these characters have really, really good ults compared to like a Mina ult or an Apollo or Abrams ult, GT ult, Haze ult, you know. Like all these other ults are like really, really bad. So yeah, that's what makes Sinclair like actually so solid. Venator, A tier. Another character that could be S tier, in my opinion. Really good laning phase. After he buys his first item, has built-in anti-heal. We do have a lot of like healers in the game that are at very high in the thing, so anti-heal is very important. Shotgun, stun, get people off you, or just one-shot someone traps. Really solid character. Also execution. Another thing is, there are a lot of chunky people up here. That's one thing to keep in mind. Victor used to be A tier in my opinion, probably fell off to C tier because of the amount of nerfs he got. He does feel really, really bad, so RP Victor, you can still play him in matchmaking, but I think in comp his time is over. Vindicta, B tier character got changed for all their spirit. Scaling now goes into attack damage. So, character is kind of like this weird mix of just gun and a little bit of spirit. There is the item build you can do with flight where it's 50% increased item usage, so chemical fire, vortex web, all those items that require like a little bit ability range now get a lot of ability range whenever you do that. So yeah, she's solid. Still has a semi like weak phase of just you have to win your early to mid or you will just fall off late. She does also just have the tether build, which is a little annoying. But yeah, she's just solid. I don't think she's really OP. Viscous. S for bouncing, C or B for what you call it, punching. So I'm just gonna leave him at A. If you know how to do all the Viscous tech, then you're him at the game. That's basically what I can say. If you're just playing the punch build, hopefully they're like me and they don't practice pairing the punches. But yeah, Viscous really, really solid. He got a bunch of buffs worth of ability point wise for his stuff. He doesn't need max points in his ult in order to use ability or item cooldowns while on ball. So yeah, character's really solid. Vyper, B tier. Character is okay, to be honest. Still not like the craziest character in the world, but can still pump out an insane amount of damage just from the amount of fire rate she has and the amount of bullet damage she has from a close range. Warden, C tier character, fell off, I'll be honest. Character lost a lot of scaling for like increase of utility. I mean, he got his ult buffed, he got his 3 buffed, but he just lost his overall gun damage, so it's kind of like the only trade off for that. Wraith, S tier. Character is really good. Character got nerfed. Character is still really good. That's just kind of how it is. Wraith was also one of the best scalers in the entire game, and now her hard part, her laning phase, is kind of not that bad because you can pull hard cards, you can hit massive cards that will do big damage. Okay, Yamato, S tier. Character has also got an increase to Crimson Slash for max rank for scaling. More HP means more healing on her too. Her one, she got that improved spirit scaling from a long time ago. So yeah, she is really, really good with farm now. And she also, she can just die people because of her ult that gives her unstoppable. Anyway, guys, yeah, this is my tier list. Couple things is I would definitely move these two way higher. McGinnis and Mo should probably have their own category just because they are so much better. But yeah, there is a lot of good characters this patch. These characters just need a little bit of love, and McGinnis and Mo need a little bit of a tune down, and I think would be in a really solid spot. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you later.